this isn't coming up, you might have to.
Oh, I use it.
Okay.
Yes, don't worry.
Okay. Got it.
Good morning again. So I don't know what's going on with my presentation, but that's fine. Yes, I was at the wastewater plant in Rocky Mount, and as I said, I'm now at Edwards Elementary. So we're doing a nature orchard. So during my rice time, I get to do this presentation with my kids and explore how water gets in their tap. Before we can do that, we have to do something called the good things. So we talk about what happened in their day or last week or whatever. So allow my kids to talk about good things. So when I show them these pictures or these images from what I did for the summer, I then ask them, what are your good things from the summer? And they say, one of the good things that I learned today is that my water comes from the river, my water is recycled and comes back into my tap. Then we go ahead now and I said, okay, then we're going to design something similar to what the picture shows to show you how the water filtrated and come into the tap. So, I don't know. Let me use my mouse.
Yeah.
I
think you're just gonna have to scroll.
You can click open with at the top.
Open with.
You may just download it.
It's fine. Yeah. So let me go into it. So the project that we wanted to do was to show them how they can use. Some of my kids use 3 balloons. They fill the balloons with dirt or sand, put water inside of it, and they attach. I don't know. They're crazy. So they attach the mouth of one of the balloons to the other balloon, put some holes in it, and the water will filtrate it out into a container. But the one that excited me most was this one that they did with the cups. So this group was really, yes. So I gave them different materials. It was 3 different groups. So one got cups, one got balloons, one got plastic bags. So I had the picture, but I don't know what happened. So what they had to do there to show me how it started, how it finished, to get clear and to get into their taps, that they are allowed to use it at home. So with this one, as you can see, they use 2 of their 2 cups. They use paper rolls. They cut it in 2, attach it to the cups. Then one of my kids said, it's not coming through the cup. What do I do? I said, got to figure it out. So they said, can I get a scissors? And I said, sure. So they make a hole in this cup right here, the primary source, right here. And then they ask for a thumbtack to put some holes through it. And the water filtrated into that cup, into their tap. So they have this flat plate right here as their tap. The objective for this lesson was just to let them do some good things. So it wasn't basically offer a standard or anything, because I wasn't teaching science at that time. I'm teaching ELA. I didn't get a chance to do it during my ELA block. As you can see, they were all around it, trying to figure out why the water not coming out. And this is when one of the students said they needed a thumbtack to stick small holes in order for the water to come out right here. So because I was at the wastewater plant treatment, I allowed them to explain what is happening. I had a video with several of the students explaining. They said when they get the water from the river or the water from our sewage water, then they have to filtrate it in order for it to come back to their tap. So I asked one of my students, I said, what is happening here? He said, well, this water is from the river. From the river, we have debris, we have trash, we have all sorts of stuff, plastics, muds and everything. And when I filter the water into this tank, they have the cup as a tank. In the water into the tank, then I have to allow it to settle. After it is settled, it is now going to go through the pipes into the other cup, which is my primary treatment, where I will add in all my chemicals and stuff like that for it to come into my home. Here, this is where I was showing them how they can, we are not able to see bacteria with our naked eyes, but they had a device, they have a machine that shows, and I showed them this imagery of what is in the water, what are some of the bacteria that they need in the water in order for the water to come through their tap. Even though they're called bacteria, that doesn't mean that the water don't need it. There are some of them that they really need in the water in order for it to come through. And cup number 1 was a screening debris. Cup number 2, the sedimentation. Cup number 3, they were adding the oxygen. And cup number 4, filtration. And then they use a plate for the disinfection cleaning and then filter it through to get to the top. I also use this imagery to display to show them that it's coming from the river or it is coming from their septic tanks. And with this also I tied in, because we're doing capturing kids' art. After they're finished, they would have to tell me what captured their heart. And many of my kids stated that they did not know that the water from the river was what they used to get back into their tap at home, and they didn't know that the water at home, because for me, I thought that the water in my tap was not clean. So I'm not supposed to drink it. I'm not supposed to use it to cook and all of that. But after getting all this information, my kids, I didn't know I could drink the water. My mommy always buy bottled water. I said, well, I've learned that the water in the tap is even cleaner than the water we're drinking from the bottle. And I explained to them. We did a lot of different stuff that is in the river, in our sewage water and all of that, and how it gets back into our... I was looking for my images, but I can't find them anyways, because this is not my complete presentation. But with the imagery, I showed them where I was, the different process that the water has to go through before it gets to their home. At the end of my presentation, I asked my kids to also do a reflection. What did they learn? What would they take back home? What do they say to their parents? What do they say to their friends in order to explain to them that the water is literally treated properly? It goes through a lot of process, and it can be used to cook, to drink, and all of that. So thank you so much for accommodating me. Thank you so much for having this program where I was able to tie in this presentation in my classroom and see the excitement on my kids' face, see how enthused they were. And also, even today when I told them that I was coming to school because I was going to present this presentation, one of my students said, when are we going to do it again? Because they were so excited about it. And I plan to use this presentation with a standard at school, because now I'm going to a book called Hatchet, where there was a plane crash and the boy had to survive, and he had to drink water from the pond that was there. He had to survive for what is around him. He had to figure out how is he going to be able to drink that water, because he was thinking of all those, the pilot that is dead in the water, and is the water healthy and all of that. So I'm going to type back into my standard coming Monday, because I'm going to model 2. But thank you so much for accommodating me, and I did learn a lot, and my whole idea of dirty water was thank you so much.